Right. Good morning, my dear friends. This is again Dr. C.H. Kiran Kumar dealing with the machine learning part. So today we are in Unit 3, Chapter 5, tree models. Right. Yesterday we discussed about what is called decision tree, what is called binary tree, what is called feature tree, and what is called leaf node, what is called root node or branches, and what is this branch, what is this link, and what are called labels, how to represent labels. All these things we discussed. Now we also discussed about an algorithm which creates a tree like this. This is a recursive algorithm, using divide and conquer. Now here what we assumed here is, we assume some here and the assumptions. So this is the why Gill is placed at the root node. We don't know that. We assumed a function here called as best split. Best split. D తీసుకుంటాం ఆ best split లో నుంచి ఇదో గిల్స్ వచ్చేసింది అనుకున్నాం. Hello, best split. Give me the attribute which is to be placed in the beginning. అంటే అది ఇచ్చేసింది. గిల్స్ పెట్టేసాం. Just like that. Once గిల్స్ పెట్టేయడం తోటే మనకి మిగిలిన ఎలా వచ్చినాయో ఒకసారి let us see now. Now see, this is actually our examples, my dear friends. గిల్స్ పెట్టేసాం. గిల్స్ కి ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి? నో ఎస్ రెండే ఉన్నాయి. నో ఎస్ సి నో ఎస్ సి ఇప్పుడు చూస్తే ఒకసారి మన ట్రీ చూడండి. నో ఎస్ ఎస్ అంటే ఏమవుతుంది? నెగటివ్. చూడండి ఒకసారి. రైట్. ఇది మనం ఇంకొకసారి ఇది కనుక గీస్తే ఇక్కడ చూడండి, గిల్స్ తీసుకున్నాం. ఇది ఎస్ అనుకో, ఇది నో, ఇది ఎస్. నో అయితే there are no, yes అయితే there are no positives, my dear friends. There are no positives. So గిల్స్ ఎస్ అయితే ఆల్మోస్ట్ positives. ఇవన్నీ negatives. We can write clearly this is negative because all s come under negative, and we are left with again p1 p2 p3 p4 p5 with no గిల్స్ ఇక్కడ అయిపోయింది కాబట్టి ఇది తీసేసుకోవచ్చు, తగ్గించుకోవచ్చు. And similarly we have again ఇక్కడ ఈ ఎస్ లన్నీ అటు వెళ్ళిపోయినాయి కాబట్టి we have only n5 ఒక్కటే ఉందండి. n5 ఒక్కటే ఉంది ఇక్కడ. So we have here p1 to p5 and n5. Now again p1 to p5 ఉన్నాయి and n5 ఉన్నాయి. So now we have to decide which attribute to be placed here. Now according to the best split algorithm, if it gives me length, length ఇచ్చింది అనుకోండి, then how do we draw that? See, ఇప్పుడు లెంగ్త్ ఇచ్చేసింది అనుకోండి, ఇక్కడ లెంగ్త్ పెడతాం. లెంగ్త్ కి ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి? 3 ఉంది, 3 4 5 3 ఉన్నాయి. 3 అయితే చూడండి, there are no negative. సార్ ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఉన్నది ఏంటి? p1 to p5 and n5, అండ్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసి చూస్తే ఆల్ త్రీస్ p1 p3 రెండే ఉన్నాయి, total positives. So we can definitely write here final ది రాసేసి ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ అని పెట్టేయచ్చు. తర్వాత 4 అయినట్లయితే 4 ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్స్ లో 4 ఉంది, నెగటివ్స్ లో కూడా 4 ఉంది. 4 negatives లో ఉంది, positives లో ఉంది. Now if you see 5 తీసుకుంటే అయ్యో 4 ఉంటే 4 ఉంటే నెగటివ్ ఒకటే ఉంది, 4. పాజిటివ్స్ లో 4 ఒకటి ఉంది. సో we should have a decision here again. చూడండి, ఇది లెంగ్త్ 4, ఇది కూడా లెంగ్త్ 4. Now we need some more attributes, then only we can decide. 5 తీసుకుంటే there are no negatives కాబట్టి ఇది ఈ రెండే ఉన్నాయి, రెండు పాజిటివ్స్ కాబట్టి we can completely here positive అని చెప్పొచ్చు. Now coming to the 4 కి వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఇంకేమేమి మిగిలినాయి మనకి? P1 అయిపోయింది because it is 3, P3 అయిపోయింది because it is 3, P4 అయిపోయింది, P5 అయిపోయింది. We are left with P2 and N5. P2 and N5. P2 and 5 లో ఇంకా మనకు ఉన్నది ఏంటి? Now let us see. Now which attribute is the better one? Split algorithm gives us the best one. So అదేం ఇచ్చింది? Teeth ఇచ్చింది. For example, teeth ఇచ్చింది అనుకో. So teeth ఇచ్చేసింది. Now ఇక్కడ మనం teeth చెక్ చేస్తాం. Now teeth. So ఇక్కడ many అయితే positive, few అయితే negative. This is how we have drawn what is called decision tree, my dear friends. Now you can see this. Gills, no length. ఇది ఎలా వచ్చినాయి? How did you place gill? ఇక్కడ gill ఎందుకు ప్లేస్ చేసావు? లెంగ్త్ ఎందుకు ప్లేస్ చేసావు? ఇక్కడ టీత్ ఎందుకు ప్లేస్ చేసావు? Why can't it be teeth first? Why can't it be gills? Why can't it be length? This is the question. No, we assumed an algorithm called as best split D that gave me the attributes, which one to be placed in the beginning, which one to be placed in the end. That is what it is. Now let us find out that algorithm. Let us now go for this best split class algorithm. This is our yesterday's class, right? Next we will see here. Now these are all called attributes, my dear friends. This is another example, and this is what we have to find out. This is the class, and this class has S, no. How many S's are there? How many no's are there? If you count, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 S's are there. 9 S's are there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 no's are there. So 9 S and 5 no's. So this is how we have to calculate. What is the possibility of total? 14. What is the possibility of being S? It is 9 by 14. What is the probability of no? It is 5 by 14. Right. For suppose. So this is right. Now 5 by 14, 9 by 14. Or suppose how many age? Suppose if you want to calculate age with yes, age with no, how many you y can no, y no, yn, again yn, again y no, yn, then ys, and then ys. So totally youth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows are there for youth, and 5 rows are there for youth. And how many rows are having youth with no? Youth with no. That is youth with no. 1, 2, 3. That's all. 3. That is what? 1, 2, 3. So 3 with no. Yes, how many are there with yes? See, youth, no. Youth, yes. So this is 1 and this is another one. So 252. So this is how we have to calculate the probability. That is how probability can be calculated very easily, even for any example, my dear friends. Now you can easily calculate what about senior or even middle-aged. No, there are only 3, youth, middle-aged and senior. Only 3 types of ages are there, right? We can easily calculate the probability. Now, if you see here age, see youth, middle-aged and senior. Now we will see what are called discrete values and what are called continuous values and what is called binary split. This is, my dear friends, discrete values means having n values. We know the n, this can be, this could be, if you take create animals, it could be, or human beings, there can be only 3 types of human being: male, female and transgender. There are only 3. In that case we write only 3. See, for example, income తీసుకుంటే low, it can also be classified as low, medium, high or very high. Age, young, middle aged, senior, something like this. So in that, this is called discrete values. Discrete అంటే having definite values, discrete values, my dear friends. Then this is equal, that is how it is checked. Now if you see continuous values, what do you mean by continuous values? Continuous values means less than or equal to some split point, less than or equal to some split point, my dear friends. See, less than or equal to 42,000, greater than 42,000, or any number can be placed like this. So this such type of things are called continuous values. Generally దీనికి ఏం చేస్తారంటే మిడిల్ వాల్యూ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసి ఆ మిడిల్ వాల్యూ కంటే కిందది, మిడిల్ వాల్యూ కంటే పైది అని అర్థం వచ్చేటట్టుగా చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఓన్లీ బైనరీ స్ప్లిట్, దట్ ఈస్ బైనరీ ట్రీ. Binary tree అనుకోండి, tree having only 2 children is called binary tree. Tree having only 2 children is called binary tree, my dear friends. In that case, what we do? In that case, we see here A belongs to SA. S is the set of acceptable classes. So if A belongs to SA, we say yes part, and if no, we say no part. So color, example is color, red, green. We don't say this as red or this as green. We say no, yes or no, yes or no. This is how we can use binary splitting also. Next. Now, what do you mean by pure? Pure ante emiti? What do you mean by pure? Pure example ante. While splitting the examples into positives and negatives, the best situation is where dp1 is equal to dp, ante positives 1, all positives 1 is equal to dp, and all negatives are equal to empty. There are no negatives. This is the best example. And where dp1 is empty and dn1 is dn, ante anni negatives మనం see, dp1 means our estimated one, our predictions. This is our predictions, my dear friends. These are actual positives. These are our predictions. This is actuals. So మనం predict చేసిన dp1 dp తో సమానమైంది అనుకోండి, there is no, అంటే మనం అన్ని ప్రెడిక్ట్ చేసాం కరెక్ట్ గా, there is no thing we have not predicted. అలాంటి కేసెస్ లో we call it as pure. Is said to be pure అంటారు. Pure చూడండి, you can even see here data ఉంది, we split it into 2, dp1 and dn1. dp1 గాను dn1 గాను స్ప్లిట్ చేసాం. అండ్ dp1 లో కనుక అన్ని ఇది dp అండి. సో అన్ని dpలు ఓకే, అన్ని dpలు ఇక్కడే ఉంటే అండ్ నో ఎంప్టీస్ కనుక ఉంటే such data is said to be pure అని అంటారు. Pure. So In the above example, you can see here. See, ఇక్కడ మనం చూడొచ్చండి. ఇది చూడండి. See, if you see here, gills no. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, gills no. Or length is equal to 3 తీసుకోండి. Length 3 తీసుకో. 1, 2 positives వచ్చింది. There is no negative, my dear friends, here. There is no negative. Ante whatever the value of 3 is, it is always positive. So this such type of D is called as pure ani antaru. Pure ani antaru. Right? We will now calculate what is called entropy, and calculating such pures. So entropy, attribute selection measures. Now we call it as attribute selection measures. Attribute selection measures. See, we already discussed what do you mean by an attribute. This is where why we need to place age here in the go. So this is what we are going to discuss now. Now attribute selection. This is called attribute selection center. So how do we select gills? Gills enduku select chesam. Let us now see that. No, with an example we'll see. After that we will discuss the algorithm, my dear friends. Right. Now to calculate this, we need what is called, we need 3 methods to calculate this. Information gain ratio, and Gini index. There are 3 terms called as information gain ratio, and Gini index. No, see, attribute selection is also called splitting rules. Also called as splitting rules. The attribute selection measure provides a ranking for each attribute. ప్రతి attribute కి ఒక ర్యాంక్ ఇస్తుంది, ఒక స్కోర్ ఇస్తుంది. ఆ బెస్ట్ స్కోర్ ఉన్నటువంటి attribute ని ఫస్ట్ చూస్ చేసుకుంటాం. This is what it is. Now, how do we choose an attribute? As attribute ఎలా చూస్ చేసుకుంటామంటే, ఇక్కడ if you have, see, these are all attributes. Now we want to select one attribute among all these things. How do we go with that? దీనికి ఒక స్కోరింగ్ ఫంక్షన్, ఒక ఫంక్షన్ రాస్తాం. ఆ ఫంక్షన్ gives a score. దీనికి 1 ఇచ్చింది, దీనికి 2 ఇచ్చింది, దీనికి 3, దీనికి 4, దీనికి 5, దీనికి 6, 7, 8. So మనం best attribute can be either minimum one or the maximum one or the middle one. ఏదైతే బెస్ట్ అని అనుకుంటామో that will be placed here, and remaining మొత్తాన్ని కూడా ఇటుపక్క చేసుకొని మళ్ళీ సేమ్ థింగ్ attribute selection కి వెళ్తాం. This is called splitting, best split antaru. For this, what we do is entropy. What is called entropy? Now you can see, my dear friends. So we will see what is called best fit. How do entropy? It is represented as IMP. IMP of D1 is minus sigma pi into log of pi for all classes from 1 to m. Children, see, all classes at entandi. So anni classes ikkada తీసుకుంటే, right, we'll see that. We'll see with an example. IMP of DI is called sigma minus sigma 1 to m pi into log of pi. Let us now calculate an entropy of okay example తీసుకుందాం, right? So in the given this is, let us take this as our model. So how many total examples are 10? How many positives? P 5, n 5. See, right, what are discrete variables? And అవన్నీ కూడా మన length attributes ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ? Length is one attribute, gills, bake, and teeth. So these are the 4 attributes. Right. What are the possible values of length? 3, 4, and 5. And see, you can see here. See, length came out 3, 4, 5, my dear friends. Student. Gills, yes, no. Gills ki yes, no, and yes. So gills ki yes, no. Bake ki yes, no. Teeth ki few, many. You can see here. Right? We have written 3, 4, 5. Yes, no. Yes, no. A few. Right. Positives and negatives count. Uksaar chuddam. Positives count and negatives count. Ippudu, when length is 3. When length is 3, how many positives are there? 1, 2. Negatives, there are no. This is written as 2, 0. See here. 2, 0. It is written as 2, 0. And what about 4, 5 ki check cheddam? 4. 4. There is 1 positives, my dear friend. 4 ki 1. Ikkada 3. 1, 3. We can write this as 1, 3. 5 ki etrastam. 5 ki we can write it as 2, 2. 2, 2. We can write this very simply like this. 2, 2. 2, 2. Similarly, we can easily find out gills. Gills ki chuddam. Gills. Gills ko vachetappadiki we have 2 things. Yes, no. Why yes ki chuddam first. Yes ki cheppandi. So gills yes ki 0 positives and negatives. Yes ki gills ki 4 negatives. 0 positives and 4 negatives. Similarly, what about no? If you see no, there are 5 positives, my dear friends, and 1 negative. So this is how gills is written. Similarly, what about bake? So bake తీసుకుంటే bake కూడా 2 values ఉన్నాయి, yes and no. Yes, how many yes are there? 5 yes. So 5 plus, comma, how many negatives? 3 negatives. And no aithe, there are no positives and negatives, there are 2 negatives, 2 minus. So this is how count can be calculated very easily. This is how count is calculated. Bake is equal to right. So 2 minus and the teeth is equal to few, 2 plus 1 minus and many, something else. Now let us calculate what is entropy. Entropy calculate cheddam. Entropy, how do we calculate entropy? Sorry. So let us see how to calculate the entropy, my dear friends here. Entropy. Suppose, for example, you want to calculate EMP of beak. EMP of beak. So what is beak? See, let us see now. So beak can see, yes, 5, 3, 5, 3 minus 5, 3 and 0, 2, right? So 5. Total, how many beak are there? Total examples are 10. Total examples are 10, my dear friends. Beak. Beak, yes, అనేది ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి చూడండి 1 2 3 4 5 6, 7, 8. So beak S or 8. Beak with S or 8 and beak with S or 8, my dear friends. Beak with S or 8. And total are 10. That is why this is the probability of beak is 8 by 10. Now coming into the loop. See, this is sigma 1 to m pi log of pi. So this is the formula of entropy. If you see here, so minus, of course there is a minus. So what is 5 out of these 8? Out of these 8, 5 positives. So we write it as 5 by 8 into log 5 by 8 minus, see how many negatives in S, 3 by 8 into log 3 by 8. This gives you, no, S ki, ఇది ఏంటిది ఇది complete గా S కండి. This is S. No ki, no, out of 8, there how many how many no's? Bake no, only 2, my dear friends. Only 2. There are no positives here. There are no positives kabatti this comes under pure and it gives you the answer is 0. This is 0. So this totally, this is how we calculate the entropy of beak. Now it comes to now, right, if we calculate this, it will be coming to somewhere around 0.76. Similarly, let us calculate the same thing for gills. So gills calculate or length kaina we can calculate very easy. Gills cheskunte, no, gills రెండు values ఉన్నాయి. Yes, no. How many no's are there? 6 no's and 4 s's. 6 no's and 4 s. So total ga, so gills S part తీసుకుంటే 6 by 10 into, so as S are completely positives. See, gills no. We are talking about else. Yes, asalu dintlo ledhu kabatti we can definitely say it is pure kabatti 0 ga తీసుకోవచ్చు. Oh, sorry. This is 4 by 10. No. No అసలు లేవు కదా రెండో దాంట్లో గిల్స్ ఎస్ దీంట్లో లేవు కాబట్టి ఎస్ we can say 4 by 10 into 4 by 10 into 0 plus how many no's are there? 6 no's are there. 6 by 10 into 6 by 10 into, no, how many s are there in 6? So how many s, how many no's in 6 in positives? There are 5. 5 by 6, 1 by 6 we can say. So here we write it as 5 by 6 into log 5 by 6 minus 1 by 6 into log 1 by 6. So this gives you 0.39. Similarly, in the same manner, if you calculate, no, length key, length also can be calculated here. Length calculate cheste will get around 0.72. 0.72. And this already, you know, it has 0.76. And if you calculate gills, it comes to 0.39. And if you calculate teeth ki calculate cheste, that gives you 0.97. This is called a score, and unna scores lo best the 0.39 kabatti we have taken gills as the root node. Gills as the root node, my dear friends. అందుకనే gills ni root node ga తీసుకున్నాము. When gills has been taken as root node, appudu any negative chala examples potai. See, many examples have gone out. Now examples poini, and you will be taking only the remaining examples for this. Now gills has been selected. Now when gills is selected, we have ఇప్పుడు length, ఇప్పుడు ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి, we have attributes. Length attribute is there, teeth attribute is there, and bake కూడా ఉంది. ఈ మూడు attributes లో ఉన్న మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ మారిపోయినాయి. సో we should not go according to this. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం రాసాం కదా, లైక్ length 0.72, this is 0.76, this is 0.97. So by okay, ఈ ఇండెక్స్ ద్వారా అయినా తీసుకుంటే 0.272 నెక్స్ట్ ఉంది కాబట్టి we will go with the 0.72. యాక్చువల్ గా అయితే we have to calculate again, my dear friends, because examples చాలా తగ్గిపోయినాయి. ఇప్పుడు చాలా ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ పోయినాయి. ఇక్కడ నెగటివ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ చాలా పోయినాయి. ఆల్మోస్ట్ 4 examples, 4 negatives ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోయినాయి. we have మళ్ళీ అగైన్ ఎంట్రోపీ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తే we will get very easily the tree. This is called, how do we select? This is said to be entropy, my dear friends. And the other one is Gini index. What do you mean by Gini index? In the same way, we can easily calculate Gini index also. So it is 2p into 1 minus pi. 2p, that is what it is. 2p into 1 minus pi. So it is also can be calculated very easily. This is what our how do we select? How do we select a particular? If it is a binary tree, our graph would look like Gini index kanuka raste mana graph ela untadante. Let see something else. See, if it is a binary one, if it is a binary tree, if it is a general tree ganakaite, so this, so there will be many labels. This is one label. This would be another label. So there will be many labels. So this could be another label, something else. So this is the how do we Gini index? This is what Gini index is. This is how we calculate. So this is called decision tree, and this is called entropy, my dear friends. Tomorrow let us discuss the algorithm of this best split. But very simple. Best split is very, very, very simple. Here you have to calculate only one thing, that is IMP. IMP of each attribute has to be calculated. If that chesina tarvata, the best one, the best A attribute kaite takkuva IMP untudo, that is selected as the root node or else the branch node. బ్రాంచ్ పేరెంట్ కానీ రూట్ పేరెంట్ కానీ అలా సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం. సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటే అప్పుడు చాలా ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ వెళ్ళిపోతాయి, కొన్ని నెగటివ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ అన్ని వెళ్ళిపోతాయి. నౌ విల్ బి లెఫ్ట్ విత్ సమ్ పాజిటివ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్. మళ్ళీ ఆ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ తోటి అగైన్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ద బెస్ట్. మళ్ళీ బెస్ట్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసి, దిస్ ఇస్ హౌ if you go in this manner, a tree is automatically constructed very easily. This is called best split. And I hope you understood, my dear friends. Thank you.